So today,
We're reviewing No Country for Old Men.
so I know this movie is kind of at a random time, but this is I think it almost is a movie that can go in the My Favorite Movies section. It's not quite, but this is a movie that I have been meaning to review for a while. It's a movie that I saw a while ago. It came out in 2007, so it's definitely an old movie, but it's a movie that I've watched a lot, and it's definitely a very, very good movie. It's a disturbing movie, but before I get into my thoughts, Dad, you want to give what are your thoughts of No Country for Old Men?
I liked it. I think it's a little different. It's probably more of a male man movie. My wife doesn't care for it, but I really enjoy it. And it's one of those movies I can watch over and over again, even though weirdly it doesn't necessarily go the way you want it. It's very unpredictable, probably on the darker side, but a lot of good actors. I liked it.
Jake, what are your thoughts of No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, No Country for Old Men is a movie that I heard about for years and years and years, and finally I got around to watching it and thought it was amazing. Really, really good. What Dad just said, it's definitely a very dark themed movie. I think based in reality in a lot of ways. It keeps your interest the entire time, and there's also some very funny. There's a couple funny moments, and also I just thought it was a really good setting and atmosphere the entire time. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, this movie is very disturbing. It's a movie that is not a happy movie. It's just a very good film. It's a very suspenseful movie. You don't know who's going to make it out. You've got great actors here. You've got Javier as the psycho in this movie, who definitely is, if he's casted wrong, this movie goes to crap very quickly. He's very good as this psychotic guy. You got Josh Brolin, Woody Harrelson, along with some other characters. You got a lot of great actors in this movie, but mainly Josh Brolin and Javier as the main guys sell this movie. But you really don't know who's going to make it out. There's no music in this movie at all, but yet it's so suspenseful, and that's just gives major credit to the movie with how good the scenes are. They're so tense, so many great scenes, and there's a lot of funny moments with this guy encountering these normal people that you feel bad for him, but certain scenes are just funny, and it's just the way it is. And I think there's a lot of hilarious scenes with how psychotic this guy is. Do you want to go over a specific scene?
Specific scene, there's plenty. I really enjoyed quite a few, like Kenny was saying, and Jake. It's got a lot of different entertaining scenes. I guess I'll go with when he's in the gas station with a very common person that's just trying to do his job and work what is, I think, a family-owned station. And this guy encounters our dark bad guy, and they have a conversation it's a funny conversation. It's definitely weird to have like humor, like Kenny was saying, amongst a guy that's so bad.
What business is it of yours where I'm from, friendo?
But it was funny, interesting conversation, and probably on the realistic side of what it would be.
Yeah, that gas station scene is, I guess, since you're going to take it, that's probably my favorite scene in the movie. He walks into this gas station, and this guy, basically, he does not want anyone knowing where he is or where he's going, where he's coming from, anything about that. So just this guy creating small talk, asking the simplest question. He already is suspicious, and he basically has to take the guy out because any suspicion, any clue where he was is a problem. So you get the funny coin toss scene. He's asking him a lot of questions. He says didn't mean nothing by it, and that is a hilarious scene with this guy that just is a normal guy at a gas station. You feel bad for him, but he does make it out. So
yeah, I would say as much as it's a humorous scene, it's a little stressful if you are not nuts because you're worried that the guy that's an innocent victim potentially is in danger, but luckily he makes it out.
I think most people die in this movie, and so he's one of the few guys that actually makes it out. Jake, do you have another scene?
Yeah, the gas station scene is my favorite scene as well. I mean, it's one of the best scenes of the movie for sure, and just the attention to detail is something I wanted to mention for the movie. I mean, this movie was so well filmed and just acted that you go to comment sections, people talk about this movie even today, and you see it came out in 2007.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things about this movie that obviously kept people's interest, and there's a lot of things about this movie as well that you can take in your own direction, like the ending of the movie, not where he gets hit by the car, but before that, people argue if he actually killed the girl or not. him looking at his shoes is supposed to intend, like, or supposed to imply that he did kill her, and that was like he was checking to see if there was any blood on his shoes. But you can argue, like, one way or the other.
That's happens a few times in the movie. The characters, you don't know if they make it out.
And it just, like I said, it was very well acted. What's his name? Javier
Yeah,
something. Just
Anton.
the way that Anton, his character, the way that his like ethics are. He's such a bad, evil guy, but he still lives by ethics. Like in the gas station scene, the coin honoring that.
His
which is
own
well
version
done.
of ethics.
Right. It's not good ethics, but like it's kind of cool to get into the mind of. It's one of the best movies, in my opinion, capturing a psychopath in their own thought process of doing things. And again, there's also some infuriating parts about it, just with the money not checking as a chipping and all that. But it's a really well done movie and a lot of good scenes, and just it kept your interest throughout. And I had no idea the music was not even in it, which is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's so crazy. Like the one scene, I think the best scene in my opinion is when Josh Brolin's character is in a hotel and he has the suitcase of money that the Anton's tracking. He has it through the other room. He pulls it back, but then Anton finds out he's in the room. He's sitting there with a shotgun ready to shoot him. There's a light. He walks past the door. Turns out the light. Ends up breaking in the door with his, what do you call it, the lock breaking thing.
It's like some kind of an air pump powered thing.
Yeah, he has some like air thing. He knocks the lock through, and then that whole scene that he chases him down, he jumps out the window, is so well done. And the coolest thing about that scene is this guy's kind of the way his character is. He's like he doesn't exist, and in this scene, you don't see him for like the first 5 minutes of that scene because you don't see him walk in the door. Then you don't see him till like literally so far into the scene, which just goes to the theme of him being this ghost basically that just takes you out. And he's the Baba Yaga, even though he said in John Wick to kill the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
But and I will say that is a great scene. And overall in this movie, though, I will say like it is infuriating that this character is so good. He's such a good actor, but you are hoping he gets killed in this movie, and that doesn't happen. Now it is part of the movie. I think that they kind of keep him alive for that reason. Like it's probably more realistic. The bad guy doesn't always get taken out, and the way Josh Brolin's character, you think he's the main character, the way he goes out is definitely unexpected. But once again, I think the movie does that for a reason, because not every situation, not every character has a happy ending and everything works out perfectly. I think that's kind of the point of the movie.
Yeah, I think it's more realistic, or it tries to be. Not that we've lived in Texas or anything like that, but it's, I think, definitely how the times can be, even though people don't want to admit that. But that's when you're mixed in with drugs and money you shouldn't have and things like that, that I'm sure this is how it works out sometimes.
You know, obviously he takes out a lot of like innocent people that are just trying to help him out. This movie, for an introvert to watch this movie, this makes you not want to create small talk, because anyone that creates small talk with this guy ends up getting killed. So it's not the best movie for an introvert, antisocial person to watch. Exactly. But is there another scene?
What was the line? What did he mean by it?
Yeah, we have the gas station scene. This.
I didn't mean nothing by it.
I didn't mean nothing by it. Didn't mean nothing.
Yes, he asks if they're getting any rain up his way. And he says,
What time do they close?
that's true. And then what time do you close line? He says, what time do you close? Like now. And he says, now's not time. What time do you close?
I think it's not that too, because we landed on that one gas station scene. I think it's a lot of the different people that he meets. There can be comedic spin on it. I mean, there's very few people there were a few that were just pretty short and brief and not good. But I guess you call it dark humor.
Now is not a time. What time do you close?
Yeah, it is, because that's the thing. Like, he kills a lot of innocent people, and it's a terrible thing.
Yeah,
but this guy is just like he's so good in his role that it's just certain scenes are just funny.
Kind of like Negan in a way.
But especially knowing that the one guy survives makes that scene funnier. Yeah, it is kind of like Negan.
Like, they're different characters all entirely, but like Negan's a character that people hate, but like you want to watch him.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. That's just like I was saying. If this actor didn't pull off this role, like this movie would be so bad. But because he's so good in this role, it makes the movie.
Yeah,
if it was miscast, this movie is terrible.
He's a dark wolf. I mean, it's what he is. I mean, most of the population, this guy is eaten up. I mean, you really have to take the attitude of what Brolin did, but it didn't work out for him.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. That is the interesting thing about this movie is basically everyone this guy runs into gets killed or doesn't know what he's doing. Josh Brolin's the only character that he pretty much knew he met his match, because he had to. this is through interpretation, but I'm pretty sure he gets other people to kill him because he realized he basically met his match with Josh Brolin. He was actually prepared for him.
Yeah.
He's like the one character that actually was going to be able to take him out, and obviously very anticlimactic in that aspect. The fact that he just dies off screen
Yeah.
is very.
I think it's more
I
Old
don't like
West
that.
too. It's more Old West style. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, what the Old West was justice was on the streets, what each person figured out on their own, and I think that's what they're kind of saying is maybe life on the border and what that lifestyle is. That's how it works.
And even though I will say one thing, I think he doesn't really break his code through most of this movie, but his code is broken, I think, at the end. Remember when he gets in the car accident? He breaks his arm.
He pays the kids.
Kid takes the kid's shirt, wraps up his arm, and he says, "You didn't see me."
Well,
Which
maybe
he
his
kind of breaks his
world,
code there.
Maybe he trusted kids. He didn't kill any kids. Everyone he killed was adults.
What about the
Maybe.
choking on the peanut?
Well, that was a gas
Oh, yeah.
station.
Well, that's
I
true.
mean, a lot
No,
of, a lot
I know
of,
because you talked about the gas station.
A lot of bad guys have a rule of not harming kids. I mean, it's not all bad guys, but some bad guys have that code. I mean,
Yeah,
so-
and he was hurting pretty bad.
I know, but that's the thing. I mean, yeah,
and he had to get out of there before the police showed up.
that's true. Now, yeah, I will say the choking and the peanut scene, the gas station scene, once again, is still, I think, the best scene in the entire movie. The way he's eating the peanuts or almonds, whatever they are.
The bag on the counter.
Yeah,
We think and heard that wasn't planned.
Yeah, so he chokes on an almond or a peanut. I'm not pretty sure. They might have been peanuts.
This is my wife's father's place originally.
You married into it.
He chokes on one in the middle of the scene, and that was not planned in the scene, which is pretty funny, the fact that he did that and kept going through it. And that just is a really funny scene.
Well, yeah, really well acted. But do you want to get the final scores? Yeah, final thoughts. This movie's really good, well acted. The villain is a great character, and you're invested throughout the entire movie. And it's a really testament to the movie that there's no music and you're just that entertained the entire time. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a 9, probably 9.5 out of 10, maybe. I might reevaluate that, but I'm gonna go 9.5 for now. The ending's a little anticlimactic, but
Yeah.
overall, really good movie and definitely worth the watch.
Final thoughts again. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Again, I enjoy watching it. Can watch it over and over again. Unfortunately, my wife doesn't like it, so it's one that's hard to turn on at times and continue to watch. But I will go with a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, so this is a excellent movie. This is not a movie like that I would say like is a super enjoyable movie. It's not a happy Avengers movie, but it's just such a well-made film. It's just great film. It's not a happy movie. It doesn't go the way you want, but the scenes are so interesting and suspenseful. And there's no music in this movie, which is just insane. I mean, I watch scenes on YouTube, and I'll end up watching the whole scene and then wanting to watch the whole movie again. It's a great movie. I think the only problem is the ending and the fact this guy doesn't die. I think it was where the movie wanted to go with the certain direction, but I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing holding it back is the fact he doesn't die at the end. I think Josh Brolin having a better ending at the end, having some cool scene where he takes him out, would have made this a 10. But excellent movie. If you haven't seen it already, I recommend it. And definitely a good movie. And this is one I've wanted to review for a while. But
And that was our movie review of No Country for Old Men. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this movie and what your takes are of the movie and what your score would be. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?